Symptom Flonase relieves all these nasal allergy symptoms: sneezing, itchy, runny nose, and congestion. Flonase once a day relieves them all day and night. For best results, use daily. Side effects are generally mild and may include headache, nosebleed, or sore throat. Ask your doctor about multi-symptom Flonase. When you get it all it takes is Flonase.
Ocean Spray is fortified with as much vitamin C as orange juice, so it's good for your whole body. Just leave the juicing to us. Ocean Spray. Crave the wave.
As America tries to find and punish those responsible for the September 11th terror attacks and prevent future ones, there are growing concerns tonight over human rights. The president's intention to use military tribunals to try suspected foreign terrorists is just one move raising serious questions. Here's ABC's Josh Gerstein.
President Bush's plan to have military tribunals try alleged terrorists might be used not just overseas, but also in this country, according to a top aide.
This is simply an option for the president in extreme circumstances with people who came into this country with the express purpose of killing Americans.
One Republican senator said he's concerned about the military taking over for U.S. courts.
If you're talking about trying bin Laden in Afghanistan before a military tribunal, that's one thing. If you're talking about trying thousands of immigrants in the United States before a military tribunal, that's something very different.
But Vice President Cheney has said Americans support the administration's tough methods.
This is a war against terrorism. Where military justice is called for, military justice will be dispensed.
Other tactics facing criticism: the secret detention of hundreds of foreigners, proposed eavesdropping on conversations between prisoners and their lawyers, and a plan to have police interview 5,000 Middle Eastern men.
People are just afraid of the unknown. What's going to happen next?
It just seems to me as though this investigation would be like going out and interviewing every disenfranchised teenager after the Columbine massacre.
Civil rights advocates say President Bush's early messages about tolerance are being lost.
The administration did a great job telling America, don't suspect every Arab, don't hate them, don't be afraid of Arabs and Muslims. Now, they're the ones who are doing the suspecting. They're the ones who are doing the knocking on doors.
Lawmakers from both parties say they were not adequately consulted about the new wartime executive powers President Bush has adopted. They're calling for congressional hearings after Thanksgiving. Josh Gerstein, ABC News, the White House.
At Fort Benning, Georgia, an annual protest ended in 40 arrests. Thousands of demonstrators marched outside the former School of the Americas. The training ground for foreign soldiers is blamed for human rights violations against Latin American civilians. Families of the victims of Flight 587 gathered in Queens, New York today. The prayer service honored the 265 people aboard the American Airlines flight that fell from the sky into a beachside neighborhood on Monday. And we'll be back with more after this.
Why do I eat
Healthy Choice
Beef Tips Portobello?
Because it has big tender chunks of beef.
Because it tastes great.
Did I mention it tastes great?
Because my body needs balanced nutrition. Why do I eat Healthy Choice?
Beef Tips Portobello?
It helps me do the things I like to do. That's why.
C. Move. Beat. The future of vitamin C is here. Ester C, a patented non-acidic vitamin C that supports your immune system and the health of your eyes, joints, and cardiovascular system. Don't settle for less. Ester C, your body will know the difference.
How was your dinner, eh? Oh, heartburn. I've got just what you need.
Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief. Faster than Pepcid AC or even the leading prescription. Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief.
It's LensCrafter's best $99 offer ever. Right now, get a complete pair of glasses with DuraLens, our most scratch-resistant plastic lens for only $99. The $99 DuraLens event. This is one you don't want to miss. Offer ends November 24th.
Used to be I could set fire to the keyboard, but recently it felt like my arthritis was choosing the notes. I thought my jazz days were numbered, but my doctor said no way. For minor arthritis, you've got to keep those joints moving, and he recommended Advil to make it easier. It's strong enough to let me control the pain, and Advil is gentle on my stomach. Hear that? That's me playing again.
Take Advil and take control. Your eyes need nutrition as well as the rest of your body, so Centrum and Centrum Silver added lutein to help maintain your precious sight. Now your eyes, your toes, and everything in between are covered by Centrum and Centrum Silver. More complete from A to Zinc.
In some business news today, Phillips Petroleum and Conoco are merging. Today, the two oil companies signed a deal worth $35 billion. The new company will be called ConocoPhillips and is expected to be the world's 5th largest refiner. A brilliant and natural spectacle got thousands of people out of bed overnight, the Leonid meteor shower. As ABC's Ned Potter reports, it was one of the most intense displays in a generation.
1,000 shooting stars an hour. That's what astronomers reported at the peak of the meteor shower this morning.
I've seen a lot of these things before, and I really didn't expect that this shower would be as good as it actually was.
The Leonid shower is a regular feature of nature that happens every November as the Earth passes through the trail of a comet named Tempel-Tuttle. Every third of a century or so, as the comet orbits the sun, the dust in its wake happens to be especially thick. What we see are those particles burning up as they enter the Earth's atmosphere. From New Mexico to Vermont, Australia to Japan, astronomers and amateur stargazers sought out clear skies.
I actually saw the best meteors when I went out, lay down on my sleeping bag, and just looked straight up.
To the modern world, the Leonids are more than a passing curiosity. While the risk was very small, a single dust particle moving at 45 miles a second could have paralyzed a satellite. Today, the Earth is ringed by more than 600 of them, used for research, TV and data transmission, some to spy on Afghanistan. No damage was reported, just a vast celestial show.
It's just kind of like being out there and in another world, really.
This morning, bleary-eyed astronomers said they were grateful that people had paused to appreciate the sky. Ned Potter, ABC News, New York.
And Harry Potter has bewitched the box office. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone raked in a record $93.5 million this weekend. It's expected to hit $100 million tomorrow, the fastest film to reach that mark. Coming up, a cultural clash inside the most populous Muslim nation in the world.
The voice, unforgettable. The look, unmistakable. The man, Rod Stewart.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you.
The very best of Rod Stewart, a collection of landmark songs from one of rock's finest voices.
Tonight's the night.
Including Tonight's the Night, Do You Think I'm Sexy, Maggie May, Have I Told You Lately?
Have I told you lately that I love you?
Forever Young, Hot Legs, Reason to Believe, and many more.
Still I look to find a reason to believe.
Rod Stewart has sold over 120 million albums and become one of the greatest voices in popular music. Now, for the first time ever, all of Rod's greatest songs together on one CD. Just $18.98 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. Call now and receive a free Rod Stewart poster with your paid order.
And in my heart, you'll always stay forever young.
The very best of Rod Stewart. Over 70 minutes of classic Rod, including Some Guys Have All the Luck, You're in My Heart, This Old Heart of Mine.
This old heart of mine been broke 1,000 times. Each time you break away.
You Wear It Well, Rhythm of My Heart, and many more.
My heart is beating like
The very best of Rod Stewart. 16 of Rod Stewart's original recordings are on this remarkable collection.
Will I see you tonight on a downtown train?
To order the very best of Rod Stewart, call the number on your screen or send $18.98 for one CD plus $4.95 shipping and handling to the address shown. Call now and receive a free Rod Stewart poster with your paid order. Rush delivery available.
In Spain today, a judge ordered 8 suspects in the American terror attacks back into custody. The suspects arrested last week are believed to have trained in terrorist camps in Afghanistan and elsewhere. One, Abu Dada, is the leader of a group suspected to have ties with Osama bin Laden. Spanish sources today say that a 2-year investigation of Dada led officials to an al-Qaeda training camp in Indonesia, where thousands of guerrillas were trained. Indonesia has the world's largest Islamic population and has come under intense scrutiny of late. It is a country challenged by its past and its future, as ABC's Mark Litke reports.
An ethnic kaleidoscope of 200 million people. Indonesia has long been a bastion of moderate Islam, tolerant, pro-Western. Here, it's not uncommon for families to follow Friday prayers with a lunch at McDonald's. Yet this is no longer the carefree activity it used to be, as protesters on the streets outside vent their anger against America for the attack on Afghanistan. The demonstrations, including this clash at the U.S. Embassy, are led by a small group of Islamic militants who threaten to sweep Americans out of the country. And though no threats have been carried out, the embassy today is on high alert for a terrorist attack. A new American ambassador here has had to begin his tour of duty with all but essential embassy staff sent home.
These are troubled times that we're in, and particularly for Americans, we have to err on the side of caution.
Indonesian leaders have tried to reassure the international community that the extremists are only a small minority here.
They are fringe elements, radicals, who are disowned by the very religions they profess to represent.
Still, Indonesia today is a volatile nation, and many observers feel that radical Islam is taking root here as never before. A deteriorating economy, a weak government, and corrupt military have made this fertile recruiting ground for fundamentalists. Uneducated young men with no future make ready foot soldiers. One hardline group, Laskar Jihad, has fought deadly battles with Christians over the past 2 years, and intelligence officials now believe it may have received funds, weapons, and training from Osama bin Laden's al-Qaeda network. Not true, says its leader, Jafar Umar Talib, who says he doesn't support bin Laden, but he says his followers are prepared to fight a holy war against Americans if they're making innocent Muslims suffer. Indonesia has promised to crack down on the extremists, but must tread carefully to avoid a more violent backlash. At the height of the U.S. bombing campaign, even moderate Muslims expressed their anger over the deaths of Afghan civilians. Too many Muslims, he says, are being oppressed today, a sentiment that no one is taking lightly here, not the U.S. ambassador.
I think it's a widely felt emotion here, and sincerely felt.
And not the Indonesian owner of those McDonald's restaurants, where the staff now wears traditional Muslim attire on holy days to show their Islamic solidarity. There's even a restaurant, Musola, a prayer room, a bit of insurance to keep away the anti-American demonstrators in the hope that this is still seen as the face of Indonesia's Muslim society and not this. Mark Litke, ABC News, Jakarta.
Still ahead, art that restores the soul.
Morning, guys.
Hi.
Hey. Morning. Like to see how your cereals stack up the total? To get the iron in 1 bowl of total, you'll have to eat 2 bowls of cornflakes. For folic acid, try 4 bowls.
And a really big spoon.
Want zinc? 10 bowls for you.
What's so funny? Nothing.
Nice bowls.
Total has 100% of 11 vitamins and minerals in just 1 bowl.
We'll take the total. Sure. And give Junior the check. What?
Total, 1 bowl, 100%. Look for savings on Total in Sunday's paper.
Dear Aleve, back pain made it tough to get out of bed, and every pain reliever I tried quit too soon. Then my daughter told me about Aleve.
Aleve can stop pain all day with just 2 pills. That would take 8 Tylenol.
I wanted everyone to see just how grateful I am. Thanks, Aleve.
What do I eat?
New Healthy Choice chicken with roasted garlic soup.
Why?
Because it has big chunks of chicken.
And penne pasta in a rich, hearty broth.
Why else do I eat healthy choices? That's why.
Folgers Decaf. Really good coffee.
What's as gentle as Senecot natural vegetable laxatives? With 100% natural Senna, Senecot tablets offer overnight relief from occasional constipation gently. Senecot works gently, works overnight.
ABC Tonight.
I know about you.
Daddy's got some explaining to do.
Oh, no.
But when you're deep undercover, you can't afford distraction.
I think we have a mole.
I'm gonna make sure you pay.
ABC Tonight. A new Aliens, 9/8 Central.
Finally tonight, the last 2 months have produced so many painful images, visions that are difficult to forget no matter how hard we try. Perhaps it is a testament to the power of images that in Chicago, thousands are finding comfort on canvas. Here's ABC's Dean Reynolds.
Amid the muffled whispers and quiet footfalls of Chicago's Art Institute these days, you can hear words of solace.
It's very peaceful.
Vincent van Gogh and Paul Gauguin and their 19th century paintings are the reason.
There's such a sense of peace and serenity, which I think is wonderful in these trying times.
History suggests the artists themselves wanted it that way.
Van Gogh himself said, I want my art to be seen or to function almost as a raft that a survivor from a shipwreck could grasp onto and be taken to land.
Many of the masterpieces are from the period when the artists shared this yellow house in the town of Arles in the south of France. And what they created in 9 weeks of mutual inspiration back in 1888 seems to many here to represent something of a counterpoint to the 9-week season of destruction this nation has endured since the attacks on New York and Washington.
So I think seeing the show now after the terrorist attacks, it just allows people to be, to open themselves up to what the painters were feeling when they were painting these things.
These things, a sunflower, a farmhouse, a night sky, or a woman from two entirely different perspectives.
It's really soothing, the colors, and it's just kind of calm.
Nearly 40,000 people a week seem to find a certain relevance in these brushstrokes.
The fact that, human beings can do that and that we can respond to it is a great source of solace and encouragement in these times.
A farmer sows his fields. A few young girls dance. A community gathers to celebrate.
It makes you want to be attached to something, feel like you're not out there by yourself and feel like a community, which we're definitely needing right now.
And it seems that for many thousands of Americans right now, two men from another time are meeting that need. Dean Reynolds, ABC News, Chicago.
And that's our report for tonight. We always like hearing from you. Email us at weekend@abcnews.com. I'm Carole Simpson. From all of us here at ABC News, have a safe week and good night.
This week, America prepares for its first holiday season post 9/11. How safe are we in airports, on the road, in malls? Watch World News Tonight.
This has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source.
Thanksgiving night, see Mick Jagger as you've never seen him before. Being Mick, Thanksgiving night at 10/9 Central, only on ABC.